The world may seem fully discovered, yet it is still filled with mysteries. There are events so strange that even scientists struggle to explain them. A night sky that suddenly turns into day, islands disappearing in the ocean, and fish raining from the sky. Our first mysterious event began in the north of Canada, where the sky suddenly turned to daylight in the middle of the night. An event that people called the midnight daylight, a phenomenon that remains unexplained for decades. In 1959, in a small town in northern Canada, the sky suddenly lit up as bright as day. That night, this extraordinary event repeated twice, terrifying the entire town. Witnesses spoke of a deep humming sound coming from the sky, and of light that seemed to pulse like a living being. After that night, strange burn marks were found in the forest, yet no crater or meteor remains were ever discovered. Scientists have been trying to solve this mystery for decades. Some believe it was part of a secret military experiment conducted during the Cold War. Other researchers think it was a rare ionization event in the atmosphere. When powerful particles from the sun collide with gases in the upper atmosphere, the sky can briefly turn into a ball of fire. Another theory suggests that magnetic anomalies in the region may have triggered the event. In areas near Canada's northern magnetic pole, the Earth's magnetic field can become unstable at times. This can create energy discharges that confuse compasses and cause flashes of light in the sky. Even after decades, the true cause of this event remains unknown. What do you think? Was this nature playing a trick on us, or a sign of something much greater that humanity has yet to understand? Our next mysterious event is about islands that appear on maps, but cannot be found in the ocean. The story of the Phantom Islands, which sailors claim to have seen for centuries, but were never found again. For centuries, mysterious islands appeared on ocean maps. Sailors reported seeing them, even stepping onto their shores. But years later, when ships returned to the same coordinates, they found nothing. These islands went down in history as the Phantom Islands. Despite countless eyewitness accounts, no map could confirm their existence with certainty. One of the most famous was Sandy Island. Recorded by French explorers in the late 19th century, it appeared on dozens of maps. But when Australian researchers reached the area in 2012, there was no land at all, only endless ocean. How could that be possible? Some scientists claim it was a cartographic error, a miscalculation repeated for centuries. Others believe these locations were volcanic islands that rose from the seafloor, only to vanish soon after. And then there are the more mysterious theories. Some researchers suggest temporary distortions in the ocean's magnetic field in these areas, confusing both compasses and radar. Even old sailors spoke of islands that appeared only at certain times, seen briefly through a curtain of mist before disappearing again. Even today, on Google Earth, dark shadows sometimes appear and vanish in these regions. The truth is, the mystery of these islands that exist on maps but not in the sea remains unsolved. What do you think? Are they the result of human error, or proof of an unknown world still hidden beneath the oceans? Now, we travel to a small town that mysteriously vanished from maps overnight. A place that disappeared in a single night, leaving behind nothing but silence. The Lost Town. In 1974, in northern Belgium, there was a small town listed on maps. Its population was small, but it had a school, a post office, and a church, a quiet, ordinary settlement. But one day, the town suddenly disappeared. The roads were closed, the signs removed, and without any explanation, local authorities erased the area from maps. A few people who claimed to have lived there said that when they returned later, they found nothing. Where houses once stood, there were fields of grass. Where streets once were, there were only trees, as if the town had never existed at all. So what really happened? Some say it was a toxic gas leak that led to the town's complete evacuation. The government's desire to keep it secret could explain why every trace of the town was erased. Others suggest the town was part of an experimental settlement, a psychological observation project that was built and then abandoned shortly after. But some witnesses told far stranger stories. They said the town fell silent overnight, and by morning, the streets were empty. Today, most of the roads leading to the area are still closed. Satellite images show no sign of any settlement, but on foggy days, some photographs seem to reveal faint shadows of old buildings. Was this the forgotten story of a real town, or a modern example of a mass illusion that has repeated throughout history? The answer remains hidden in those foggy Belgian forests. Our next event might be one of nature's strangest tricks. Because in Honduras, every year, fish really do fall from the sky. In the Yoro region of Honduras, between May and July each year, an extraordinary phenomenon occurs. After a stormy night, when people step outside in the morning, the streets are covered in fish. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of small fish, mixed with mud, scattered even to people's doorsteps. There are so many that people collect them in buckets, cook them, and eat them. Locals call this event lluvia de peces, or rain of fish. To them, it's a miracle from God. The phenomenon has been recorded since the 19th century, but it first drew international attention in the 1960s. Journalists traveled to investigate. Witnesses swore that fish were literally falling from the sky. Scientists, however, offered other theories. Some say powerful whirlwinds called waterspouts suck up small fish from the sea or rivers and carry them for miles, dropping them with the rain. But there's a problem. The Yoro region is dozens of kilometers from the ocean. And this happens almost every year, in the same season, in the same place. Some researchers believe the fish are actually pushed up from underground floods during storms, not falling from the sky, but emerging from the ground. But locals don't believe that. To them, it's a sacred gift that visits their poor town every year. Even today, the people of Honduras celebrate the Rain of Fish festival every year after the event. Music fills the streets and people celebrate the fish that fell from the sky. But are the fish really falling from above? Or is this one of nature's oldest illusions? The answer is still hidden among the storms. And finally, a mysterious sound that has echoed across the world for decades. A sound with no clear source. One that some people claim to still hear to this day. The hum. In the early 1970s, in the city of Bristol, England, people began reporting strange noises at night. In the middle of silence came a deep, humming vibration. Some compared it to a motor, others to a distant pipe. But no matter where it came from, no microphone or measuring device could record it. The phenomenon soon spread across the country. Newcastle, Largs, Leeds. Thousands of people claimed to hear the same sound. Some said it lasted for weeks, keeping them awake at night. Scientists began to investigate. Some believed it was industrial noise, a low-frequency sound from factories or generators. But the hum continued even on nights when all electricity was cut off. Another theory suggested it came from geological vibrations, movements deep within the earth. But no seismic readings ever confirmed it. By the 1990s, the mystery had spread beyond England, to Taos in the United States, Windsor in Canada, and even Auckland in New Zealand. Everywhere, the same description. A low-frequency hum that only some people could hear, and that drove others nearly insane. Psychologists proposed it was a case of collective auditory illusion. But dozens of people hearing the exact same sound at the same time and frequency weakened that theory. Even in the 2010s, the hum returned to public attention. Reports from Canada, England, and New Zealand suggested the phenomenon was still ongoing. Scientists continue to ask the same question. Is this sound truly coming from the outside world? or echoing inside the minds of certain people. Some say it's the heartbeat of the earth. Others believe it's the echo of a force humanity has yet to understand. And perhaps the most disturbing part is this. The hum can still be heard today. Maybe even as you watch this video. You've heard that sound too. What do you think? Are these mysteries nature's hidden face? Or secrets humanity still cannot explain? Share your thoughts in the comments.